Taking a break from Llama's Love Lettering today to do something that I have been asked to do by more than one person recently, and that is to give you a pen collection video to show you all the different pens that I have. This isn't going to be a review of all these pens. I have so many reviews and videos where I talk about different kinds of pens, and I have more videos planned, but this will just be kind of what I have and how I'm currently storing them. This is also not going to be a office tour completely because I did one recently and I haven't finished fixing up everything, so it's actually kind of shambles right now, so just be prepared for that. And you're probably going to hear cars in the background because it's a beautiful day and I have the door open, and well, it's either that or air conditioning, and either way there's going to be background sounds. So without further ado, let's jump right into my pen collection. We're going to start here at my desk. On my desk is this thing. It is called the Boon multi-organizer, and I'll have everything as much as I can linked down below. That's a lot to link though. I'm not going to link all the pens, but I'll link the organizers and shit. So what I keep in here are my most used pens as well as pens I am testing out currently. We have Tombow twin tone markers right here. I've got both sets, the brights and the pastels. These are the Tombow drawing pens, the mono drawing pens. I have a Uniball Signo white pen, a couple Uniball Signo black pens, a couple of just, felt tipped pens, a couple random Happy Scrappy style pens, a drawing pencil from Tombow, and a Pitt Artist pen. And then these guys, this one is a Sakura Micro Perm, and this one is a La Pen Permanent that I use for writing on vinyl stickers. Here is my set of Pentel signed pens, the ones with the soft kind of bristle fude tip. Here are the Pigma Micron PN, which I am still testing out. And here is a pile of my Sharpies, basically in this G2, which doesn't belong there, but here's just various sizes of Sharpies, including this puppy, which is a Sharpie cover to make it look fancier than it is. And then in here we have some of those candy pop, whatever the fuck they're called, flare pens, some tool gel pens, a Pilot G2, basic gel pens and flare pens live in here. And then a couple more Sharpies, but these are the Cadict ones that came with the mystery kit. Also on my desk currently is a pack of these Erin Condren colorful dual tip markers. I'm thinking about doing a comparison video of those and the Tombow twin tones. In this drawer is my secret stash of Haichu and my colored pencils, but as this is a pen collection video, let's look at the pens here. This is one of my travel bags. In my pen travel bag, which is not the only travel bag I use, just one of them, Coco Eero pens from Zig. This one is the pink brush tip, and then this is one of my Colettos, and another Coco Eero, small tip Uniball Signo, Tombows. These are the Kiritaki Zig, I believe they're called Bimoji pens. There's 3 different sizes of those. In here, this is a Daiso oil-based marker. What else do we have in here? We have Zig Mangaka pens. I don't even know what else. There's a bunch of shit in here. Some jelly rolls, friction highlighter. I know I have the name of this. It's a Fude pen. I just don't remember the name. I can't remember the names of some of these. And then this guy, one of my favorites, is a Pilot fine liner. So these are just pens that I bring with me places when I want to experiment with them. I forgot to mention in here I also have these are friction highlighters, and then this is a highlighter I got in a Happy Scrappy box that I just think is cool. This is my Sharpie drawer. Now, for those of you who are like, that's a lot of fucking Sharpies, I go through a lot of Sharpies. I use them for a lot of my freelance work. These are my extra fine Sharpies, and the reason I have so many of them is thanks in large part to people from my Wild 30 classes who sent me them because they love me. I have a ton of the extra fine Sharpie in here. It is my favorite pen of all time. And then in here are all of my standard sized Sharpies, the fine point ones. I have a pack of Pilot G2s back here. I think these are the what size? 07. The Fatty Boom Batty Sharpies are back here, and some random Daiso pens that I want to play with. These are Day Designer with Blue Sky pencils and pens back here. My box of eggplant pens that were a gift to me. A fresh pack of Pitt Artist pens. A pack of Copic multi-liners. And here are all my spare Uniball Signos. There's white, black, gold, and silver all piled up right here. And then in here, here's my flares, my black flares. Here is another extra Uniball Signo, an extra Mangaka, and then the rest of these are Pentel sign pens. These containers that are dividing them here are from the Dollar Tree. They sell these in like 2-packs or 3-packs, and that's what I've gotten here, dividing this particular drawer up. On this side, I don't have a ton of pens in here, but what I do have is my bag of mild liners. This is the bag that came with them. And then in the back here are some of these Sharpie poster pens you use for, like, you know, the big presentations, and Erin Condren highlighters, and I usually just stash some extra pencils and stuff back here too. Now this drawer has a lot of my like pens and like art, like drawing supplies that are not kept elsewhere. So currently I have the gimmicky ass fucking chameleon markers. In here has some Pigma microns and drawing pencils. I have a Schaefer calligraphy set here in the back that was a gift, and some more Schaefer calligraphy stuff and inks. Then here are my Kuretake brushables. We have the Zig Clean Color Real Brush pens down here. These are the Koi watercolor pens. We have the Sharpie art markers. And then in the back, more drawing pencils. And that pink bag has my dip pen like holders and nibs. Over here on this bookcase to the right, it's not pens mostly over here, but I do have them hiding in a couple of spots in here. These are the pens that you can use with your silhouette, though full disclosure, I've never used them. All of my paint pens and shit live up here. This was a Target dollar spot whatever container, and they're just sort of piled up in here. Coming down here, you'll find I have mugs kind of everywhere with pens in them that don't have anywhere else to live at the moment. In my kidney mug here, I have Crayola fat markers. And then down here, we have jelly rolls and some Uniball Signo rolls in a Chrissy Ann Designs piece of swag that I got at Go Wild. And then over here in this NYC Planner Babe mug, we have the Pigma brush pens and the Muji gel pens that I just tested. And then in this cup right here that says my name on it from the New York Planner Meetup, I just have a bunch of pen gems and pens from the Planner Society, just pretty pens. This is a mug of prettiness. Here's my pile of shit I still have to look at. We have these Pigma professional brush pens. We have some more jelly rolls. We have some Pigma microns and the Dilutions paint pens. And in this box underneath here is some more pens from Tombow that they sent me. And then up here we have my alcohol markers. These are all Spectrum Noir. These are the Kuretake twin color markers. We have some Copic Chows. These are the Distress markers from Tim Holtz, and then a couple of these fat artist pens from Pitt. There's a black one and a white one. And then my final pen storage is here in my Raskog cart. Here's my Tombows. I have the whole set of Tombows, plus I have some extra Tombows. These are a bunch more of those just like pretty pens from the Planner Society, gifts. My Coletto refills are all in here. Here's another one of those Coco Eero pens. Just a kind of a random assortment of fancy pens. Another one of my Colettos right here. Here we have some water brush pens I've filled with ink, and some of these like cheap Crayola brush pens just to test them out. Got some other water brushes living in here. And then we have my mermaid markers. I have another set of these floating around here somewhere. And my water brushes, and the one that I had filled with ink is in there. These are Sharpie pens in here, and Prismacolor pens in here. Another bucket of Sharpies. Here's a lot of my drawing pens that are currently in use. We have Pigma microns, we have Pitt artist pens, we have Uniball Signos, we have some of these are like Pigma pens, we have some jelly rolls in here, got some random pens from American Crafts, just a bunch of drawing pens in here. We have more Sharpie pens. These are like oil-based pens from Daiso. Different, like these pens, which are the Uniball Vision Elite, which are another favorite of mine. Basic ass writing pens, gel pens, Sarasa, clip pens, whole bunch of just random gel pens in here. Here is a lot of drawing pencils. Here are Stabilo markers, which I love. And here's a lot of my flares and my Le Pens. And then over here we have a bunch more random gel pens. Most of these are ones I don't touch very often. And then in here are like these milk pens, or what are they? Milky, I think is what they're called. Some Statler's and some other just random shit. I will add that all of my brushes and pens in here are in glass containers that I've either gotten from the dollar store or Walmart, jelly containers from like thrift stores. This came with the Tombow markers. And then all of these white vases that carry pens everywhere else, if they're not in mugs or in dollar store containers, they're in these white vases that I got from Ikea for like $1.99. Super useful. And then my final pen stash is in this drawer. We have these are like gelatos and shit. They're not pens. We have the Erin Condren colorful dual tip markers, the pastel colors in here, another pack of the brights that I got for swag, some of these Live Life in Color pens, wet erase markers, and so on and so forth. I just sort of accumulate them. A lot of fucking pens, right? And I know that there are people out there in this community who have more than I do. So of all of these pens, are there some that I don't have that you think I should have? Let me know down in the comments. I'm always looking for new pens to try out, to test, to see if I like them or not. Enable me. I always ask you guys to enable me. Why? Because I am easily enabled. But I hope you liked this, and I promise I will do a more in-depth office walkthrough as soon as I finish getting everything set up. When I first set this place up back when we moved in, I knew that I'd have to work in it for a while before I knew where everything was going to eventually live, and I'm still in the process of that. Plus we haven't even got my art up on the walls yet. There's a bunch of shit we still got to do, but that will come eventually, an updated office tour, probably sometime later on in the fall. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.